Guys, now in this second video we will continue with the in-depth understanding of the artificial intelligence. So first of all, when we talk of AI, this AI is a field of study, definitely, but it consists of the variety of branches of study, okay, and among that the first is the computer science. If you want the computer system to do something, definitely you should be well acquainted with the modus operandi of your computer system. In order to understand exactly how the computer grasps the knowledge, how will it give the output, how it will take the input, and all that, you must have the in-depth understanding of computer science. So, before proceeding for the study of AI, you must study the computer science also in terms of taking the inputs and giving the output. Secondly, there is a field of science that is a cognitive science, as I have told you already. This particular cognitive science will give us the modus operandi of human brain, which we want to emulate, which we want to simulate into machines like a computer machines. Okay, and if we can do this, then definitely, hopefully, we can create a machine which will act, which will think, and which will do anything like a human being. The third is the psychology. Many times the output of any particular task that is being done by humans is being decided by his psychology. So, in order to understand the human psychology, we have to go for the study of psychology. Okay, it's a different branch of science, right? We have to study the psychology also. We have to study the different traits of human psychology, and then accordingly we will be able to put those properties into a computer system, because we want our computer systems should be little bit emotional also while making the decision making, or say performing any other task. The psychology, the computer system is also expected to use, and that's why we will study the psychology also. Then the philosophy. Philosophy means, we can say, it is something which is being taken granted by all as a correct. Okay, so some ideology has to be implemented into the computer system so that whatever output your computer system will give in terms of doing any particular task, it should be well known, or it should be something which will be accepted by many of the human beings as the correct output. Linguistic, when we talk of linguistic, it's a study of languages, and of course we human beings used to speak hundreds and thousands of languages. We should create such a computer system which can understand a variety of human beings. Variety of human beings, definitely they will speak a variety of languages, and if we don't have the knowledge of a variety of languages, or if we don't embed that particular knowledge into the computer system, your computer system won't be able to understand what the other persons are saying. For example, suppose someone he doesn't know English, he knows Hebrew, then your computer system, if programmed to understand English, won't be able to understand Hebrew. Okay, so the instruction given will be same, but only because of the language problem it won't be able to understand what the user wants from the computer system to get done. Then the neuroscience, of course, the knowledge of neurons, the knowledge of neurology. The neurons, as you all know, it's a cell in a human brain. Okay, it is to store the information, and at the same time helps to perform a different task like learning, performing, understanding, and many more things. So we need to have a little bit knowledge of all of the above fields also before proceeding into the AI. Okay, because all of these things we want our computer system to hold upon, and if we don't know these things, then how can we implement those things into a computer system? It's a great question, right? So that's why studying all these particular fields is extremely important before plunging into the study of AI. AI is a part science, it's a part engineering. Yes, Because as we are making a use of a computer science, a cognitive science, a neuroscience, so yes, I can say that AI is a part science. But at the same time, we used to program variety of procedures, methods, and all that. So we can say that it's a part of an engineering also. AI often must study the other domains in order to implement the system. Yes, of course. Let us take an example. For example, medicine and medical practices for a medical diagnostic system, engineering and chemistry to monitor a chemical processing plant. So, in order to make such a computer system which can well diagnose your disease, which can give you a very good treatment and the exact medicine which you want, yes, your computer system must study the domain that is a medical domain. If you want to monitor the progress and the working of the chemical processing plant, definitely your computer which possesses the AI should study the chemical processing domain. Okay, and when we talk of the computer should actually study, it means basically you being the programmer should study these domains and give the instructions or write the procedures accordingly into your code so that your computer can understand and can reply to it. AI is a belief that the brain is a form of a biological computer and the mind is a computational. Of course, this is what the model is, this is what the understanding, the basic understanding is there behind the AI. And we think that a human brain is a biological computer. Yes, it's a biological computer, of course. And the mind is a computational. Whenever we make any decision making, at the same time we used to compare different domains, different say options, and accordingly we take a decision. So we used to compute, right? So we can say that our human mind is a computational in nature also. AI has a concrete impact on the society, but unlike other areas of computer science, the impact is often felt on tangentially, only tangentially. There is a people who are not aware the system X has a AI. Yes, definitely. And felt year after that the initial investment in the technology. Yes, definitely. Because the AI has a concrete impact on the society. Okay. But unlike other areas in computer system, it means that the AI has significantly changed the way of working, the way of exhibiting the task by the human beings. Okay, and many a times those systems are kept in a place of a people, and the people are not aware that the system X has an artificial intelligence. They don't even understand that they are communicating, they are taking the help of a machines, but rather they may think like any other human being on the other side is working for them. So, is there any holistic definition for intelligence? Yes, there are some definitions, but these are the holistic one. Okay, the ability to comprehend, to understand, and profit from the experience. First of all, the ability to understand, the ability to make the good understanding, right, and to make the comprehension, right, and to make the profit from the experience means whenever any particular human being used to do any mistake, then he used to learn out of it. So in the same time, we want the computer system also that whenever it makes any system or it makes any sort of say a particular task or a decision, and if it is a wrong one, then that particular ability to not to repeat that particular error in the future should be there into the computer. So that is what the intelligence is. Then is general mental capability that involves the ability to reason, plan, solve problems, think abstractly, comprehend ideas and language, and learn. Yes. So majority of the things I already covered in my introduction, but the most important one is the planning. For planning, we need to keep into mind a variety of factors, and our human brain is not capable of taking into account a variety of the factors at the same time. So here the AI will come to help. If we could give a AI to our computer systems, yes, definitely it is able to take into account variety of the factors while making any particular planning, and hence if the computer system is given AI, it will give you a best of the best planning. And for performing any successful task, we need to have a very good planning. Okay, and the last one is that it is effective uh, perceiving, interpreting, and responding to the environment. In whatsoever environment you will try to keep your computer system, it should not affect its ability to exhibit the AI. It should be able to respond to that particular environment, but then response should come from the accurate interpretation of the environment, from actual taking the perception of the environment, right? So if your computer system is actually taking a very nice perception of the situation, interpreting the situation, and accordingly if it is responding in that particular environment, we say that our computer system is exhibiting a very nice AI and it has the intelligence. So thank you. Rest of the things we will definitely study in the next PowerPoint presentation.